What's going on, Credit Snipers family? Hey, this is your boy Estrada Vega with the Credit Assassins and the best credit blueprint, guys. I'm excited you guys are here today. Today is going to be number 5. We continue with little hacks that I want you to do in order to start your staging, and that's going to be the keyword today, staging, but preparing your credit in order to get massive lending, massive credit, and there's little things that we got to do. And I did this because a lot of people ask me, hey, what is the first thing that I need to do? What is the first thing that we should do in order to go ahead and get my credit ready in order to start asking for bigger lines of credit? And even though that some of them don't have the bigger lines of credit, there's a way that you can start scaling little by little. Keep in mind, the credit takes a little bit, takes some time. But there are certain hacks that you need to start doing as soon as possible that will get you some results and get you going. So you could prepare that file or your record or your credit report and your credit score. So that when you go in front of a creditor, and in this case, you got to think about it like if you're going to go get a job today. You want to have a strong resume in order for you to be able to be the person that gets the job, right? Same thing, you want that credit. You want to prove to this creditor whichever criteria they have. Now, a lot of the times you don't know their criteria, but I could help you out with some of that. If you go on the bottom of this video, I'm going to give you a free gift, which is called the Remasters Secrets Lenders List. Take it. It's free for you. No strings attached. All I want you to do is for me is make sure that you use it. Use it. We did the research and we found out about a lot of these creditors, this credit score needed, where they pull from or what bureau they use, and approximately how much you'll get. So like that, you have an idea like, okay, well, if my credit score is high in one credit bureau and not in the other one, let me not go to creditors that pull from that one. Let me go to creditors that pull from Experian or TransUnion and not Equifax. I'm just giving you an example. So you be the judge of it, but use it. Make sure that you actually are able to get some good lending. But guys, before I continue, make sure that you subscribe if this is your first time, or if it's not, if you keep coming around and you like the content, subscribe. So like that, you know every time that I come out. And that is daily, guys. Make sure that you click on the bell icon, click on all, so like that also you get that notification. But at the same time, give me the thumbs up. This is going to help me tremendously to take this content, this value that I'm putting out to many more people. I want this to help many people. This is, free content, and a lot of people do need it, specifically in the United States right now. Unfortunately, we have 76, almost 80% of people that don't even know how to get the credit score. They don't even know how to read it. And these little things can help in the long run, because unfortunately, still a lot of people don't even know what's going on with the credit report. And this is when creditors and hackers and people that try to take advantage of you, take advantage of them. So guys, help me out. All right, guys. So let's talk about today. One of the things that you want to do, today is the 5th day. Let's talk about staging your credit. So when you stage your credit specifically, you want to stage it for if you're about to start disputing certain things, if you're about to start taking some negatives from your credit report. So one of the best things, and what I need you to do, is you have to understand that there's not only 3 bureaus. You have your Experian, TransUnion, and your Equifax. That's what we all know. But guess what? There are more sub-bureaus. So you have your LexisNexis, which actually kind of merged with SageStream. You got your CoreLogic and Innovis. CoreLogic, SageStream, and Innovis. What I'm going to do, because I know that weird names, and some of may not even know how to spell them out, or the actual name. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link on the bottom of this video, okay, so that help you out, so you could go to the website. But what you're going to do is easy. You could Google it. Go to Google, say, how do I freeze LexisNexis? How do I freeze CoreLogic? How do I freeze Innovis? And it's going to take you directly to the freeze page of that website. So what you're going to do, you're going to freeze your credit report, or your credit, your file with them. These sub bureaus, what they mainly do is they collect all your public information. So what happens anytime that you are trying to dispute something with any of the big bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, the first thing that they do is they go to the sub bureaus to verify. Remember, that's the word, verify, that this is you. Now, if those sub bureaus are locked, so think about this. If I have a door locked and you want to come in to figure out if somebody lived there, and you cannot go through the door, right? If you don't go through the door, you cannot verify that person lives there, then you're going to have to find another means. Because by law, the FCRA of 1970 states that they have 30 days from the date that they get that information or that dispute, that request, to do the investigation, verify, or delete that information. So keep that in mind. We want to make sure it is hard as possible for them to do it. So once you do that, there's no verification, right? That's step one. Now, step two, what you're going to do is you are going to call all the sub-bureaus. No, I'm sorry, not the bureau, not the sub-bureaus, the bureaus. You're going to call Experian, TransUnion, and your Equifax. What you're going to do is you're going to call them and you're going to let them know. When you actually get in touch with them, hey, I need to speak to the fraud department. The fraud department. Some of them allow you to work with the dispute, some of the fraud department. But you go straight to the fraud department and let them know, I am trying by the SCRA of 1970. My goal here today is to make sure that I delete some erroneous information that you guys have on my credit report. And what that means is that you are going to delete every variation or all the addresses that you have in your credit report. You only want to have one, guys. One. One of the main things is you got to keep in mind, this shows instability. It shows the credit or the creditor, whenever you're actually trying to get credit, is that, okay, well, this person's moving around, is that the person is stable, they may not have a good job, they may be changing jobs. So a lot of creditors see that as a negative, and they may disqualify you. They may, depending on the algorithm, their algorithm or their criteria, disqualify you for credit. So what you want to do is you want to be consistent. You want to have one address. Now, when you have one address, make sure that if you are disputing any negative, make sure that that address that you live in there is not associated with that negative. So for example, if you have a dispute that for a 30-day late payment that you are trying to dispute today, and you had a bill for Verizon, and that's Verizon. Verizon is actually trying to collect money for 30 days. They give you a 30-day late payment. So what we do is make sure that if you leave the 123 Main Street, that's not the same address that they have. Make sure that if you're gonna delete something, if you have 321 Main Street, I'm just giving you a different variation just for conversation's sake, leave that one and make sure that you don't leave the one that they have on file. Why? Because the first thing that if you dispute that with the credit bureaus, the first thing that they're going to do, they are going to verify that information with the address that you have on file. So it defeats the purpose of you actually trying to do that. So make sure you do that. At the same time, you want to have only one name. Guys, my name is a mouthful. So my name is Carlos Martin Estrada Vega. So if you see 4, I got 2 last name, middle name, first name, and you can't believe how many variations I found when I first started dealing with my credit report. 32 of them. I don't know how. I didn't know that it could be so many variations of those 4 names that I have. So you go to think, like, even at the beginning, I had a collection attached to my credit report because one of my uncles has a variation of my name, and that collection got attached to my credit report. It wasn't mine. So I had to fight it, I had to prove it. But it's just headache, unnecessary headache that you bring to yourself. Just make sure that they have it. Your name is John Smith. Make sure they have John Smith and not Smith John, or whatever the case is, or whatever other variation. Now, that's a common name, but you get the point. So guys, at the same time, make sure they have your phone number, and make sure they have only one employment. So you want one of everything. You want consistent across the board, because this is going to show the creditor that you are consistent, and they, guess what? You're a person of your word, you're a person responsible, and you could pay them back. So guys, this is a little hack. We're going to continue tomorrow. I hope you love this content. Thank you for being here today. Once again, if this was your first time on our channel, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you click on that bell icon. Give me the thumbs up. Like I said, that's going to help me out with the algorithm. But at the same time, guys, make sure that you stay tuned, because we're coming with more tomorrow. My name is Carlos Estrada Vega. Yes, a mouthful. I am the credit assassin, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.